What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark from ActTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today we're going to talk about In Waves and War. This is a new Netflix documentary which is on the service with audio description done by International Digital Center, written by Stephen Christopher. And actually, there's a fairly substantial amount of audio description here, if not for just the identification of people. Like, I thought they were able to do a really solid job of who is this person, who is it that we're listening to and talking to. So I don't know what Netflix is doing with this documentary, if it's being thrown out there for your consideration. It is produced by Participant Media, so my gut feeling says yes. This is part of the awards consideration season for them. It's always a little bit more nebulous with documentaries because their releases are a little bit harder to figure out. If they, like, where did you qualify? How did you release? You know, they don't get those like wide obvious releases where they're playing in a theater near you always. Some do. Occasionally you get one that's like a big film, but sometimes it just, especially with Netflix, where it's like they just do like the little qualifying runs. To be a documentary and be a Netflix documentary to get to your awards qualifying, good luck with that. So Waves and War follows a bunch of war vets who all signed up around the time of 9/11. If, from what I remember, they were all like early 2000s, and they all tapped out at various different points, and most of them stayed in for quite a while though. And they all sort of lived that Navy SEAL life, and goes and explores missions that they've been on, and the horrors of war that they've been through, all the things that they now have to deal with. Basically, it's an exploration of PTSD. And through that, once we have a solid grasp, which I feel like the film does a really nice job of, is giving these men really the time and the space to breathe. Instead of making it all about the treatment, the film does spend and invest a lot of time on these guys and their stories. So that way you're not just like, well, here's some guys that want to do drugs, the movie. No, it's like, it's very meaningful, respectful, and for Veterans Day, it might be the film that you want to see today, considering it's a film about veterans on Veterans Day. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I know I've done a lot of Netflix reviews recently, and I've got more coming, but hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Waves and War. Yeah, it is Veterans Day. Pay them the necessary tribute. So, yeah, I found the stories to be incredibly compelling and very also cautious. There was definitely certain reflection of why they signed up, when they signed up, and how young they were when they made those choices. And some of them signed up like before 9/11. Then 9/11 happened, and they didn't know that they were going to be really going where they were going to be going, or to the extent of what that meant to do that, because they were part of a new generation. They weren't the Desert Storm generation. So for those who signed up before 9/11, they were not prepared for what was about to come. And unfortunately, they go through a lot and lose a lot of friends. They talk about that and their lives and what their lives are like afterward. And it takes a while before you get to, the radical treatment that they go through. The film sort of advocates for, which is the use of these banned substances. These guys have to fly down to like Mexico to use a combination of, I'm not a doctor, so I don't remember the name of the drug. So there's a drug, and then there's also like toad venom, like a derivative of toad venom that they mix together. And it's the only thing that really seems to be able to work. Otherwise, they're on like 10 different prescription medications, and it's just not working for them. So it's basically it's an ask for these people who wake up, you know, with nightmares and are having a really hard time uh, getting through the day, to be given an opportunity to not have to leave the country for this basic treatment after fighting for the country for which they live in, you know, giving them the opportunity to explore a radical therapy when nothing else is working for them. So I think it makes the case for it. I think it does a good job of that. By the only thing that the only the only negative, I have a negative here. I'm sorry, it's Veterans Day. I should be like support the troops, but yeah, the troops here are fucking amazing. The only thing that I have, and this is more like a filmmaker thing, is so when we get down to talking about the sort of the psychotropic drugs that they're using here, I don't know if that's the right word. We're gonna go with it. Uh, Trippy drugs that they use to help them get through their PTSD. They start playing like 70s stoner music sort of in the background, like, you know, like that Simon and Garfunkel, like Flower Child, Flower Power music. It's a little it's a little predictable, and it's a little on the nose for what you're trying to sell. And I wouldn't have necessarily gone with a stereotype. You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying, but you're going out of your way here to present a world in which this is not, these are not the these are not potheads, these are not stoners, these are not people who are uh you know, looking for a good time. These are people who are looking to sleep at night, who are looking to not scare their family members, who are looking to not have waking nightmares. You know, I mean, there's a, but so when you play that like sort of like 70s, like, ooh, Timothy Leary, like, let's get groovy, baby. Yeah, that kind of, that annoyed me. So that was the only trip and fall for me. It was the, oh God, use of music. But sometimes use of music can just be, it can be really jarring. Like sometimes it's like it's really the wrong song choice, and it's so the wrong song choice for the moment that you're just like, I don't get at all what the filmmaker saw here. And I think, you know, he's gone to such lengths to bring home the seriousness of what this is and to separate it from the culture that he then brings into the film. I'm just, I don't know. Pick different music, have somebody write a new song. I don't know, something else. But yeah, that was the that was my thumbs down for the film. Like the, you know, pros, everything else, cons, use of music. So um somebody else needed to come in here and say, huh, that's kind of a weird disconnect between what you're actually telling the audience and then what you are representing through your selections. Uh, yeah, don't make me a mixtape, please, in the future. Just keep your mixtapes to yourself, sir. Um, so yeah, music supervisor, F. Fail. Um, yeah, otherwise, yeah, the film's great. So, uh, yeah, that because of the little things, it does get a little nitpicky. So my score is not like perfect because it's, I was like, what the are we doing here? You've worked so hard, and now you're tearing it down with these you know, a very obvious song choice. Like, so, but I'm still pretty high on this. I'm gonna, well, that was a wrong word, or was it the right word? Hmm. You can debate on that one. But happy Veterans Day, and I'm gonna give this a. I'm gonna give it a 8.9 out of 10. 8.9 out of 10. Yeah. So check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And thank you for your service. And I'll see you guys on the other side.